Formula One has cranked up the heat over Barcelona. The first Grand Prix held here was won by Nigel Mansell after a wheel-to-wheel battle with Ayrton Senna. But who will follow in his footsteps this weekend? Long straights and medium-speed turns dominate here, but there's something else to watch out for at Barcelona. The air currents are strong and unpredictable, and they'll be giving aerodynamic components a real run for their money this weekend. The season is about halfway through, and it makes me wonder what else is in store for the teams. Well, there's only one way to find out. Okay then, let's get to it. We return for the next day of our highly anticipated race weekend, which sees the end of practice and the start of qualifying. Practice 3 affords the teams one final opportunity to tweak their setups as the drivers get to grips with the tracks every turn. Once they reach qualifying, there simply won't be time to think twice. Drivers will need to outdo one another if they're to climb their way up the grid and secure themselves a solid starting position for tomorrow's race. What does today have in store? Only time will tell. race day, and final preparations are underway.
Alfa Romeo managed to meet expectations during qualifying, and if they can keep this up, they'll have a good race ahead of them. Williams had a good performance in qualifying. Now they'll be eager to demonstrate that they can have an even better race. A sunny day here with only a few clouds in the sky. If things stay this way, the weather shouldn't pose any challenges to the teams.
Well, Formula One is back in Barcelona, and the teams have got their work cut out for them. Quite a few clouds overhead as we look at the lineup on the grid. And there, we see the Alfa Romeo. They've managed a third-place start for this race, but can they turn it into a win? And it's the second Alfa Romeo there. They're in the front half of the pack, so there's plenty of potential for them. The teams are ready to go. This is it. It's the Spanish Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go. Here's the replay. Now just focus on the Haas. Thank goodness nobody else was involved. That was a big crash.
to get these tyres to last. We need more lift and coast. You're good to push.
Keep focus.
Is that a lockup? Let's take a closer look. Now let's watch this. The Alfa Romeo involved in this one. And this, yes, there, that's the lockup. Who's running wide there? Let's have a look. Now, just watch the Mercedes here. Going wide like that could cost them valuable time. Looks like there's been a lockup. Let's take a look at the replay. This one involved Pietro Fittipaldi. Just a bit too heavy on the brakes, and they've locked up. And that was a bitter blow for the team, and it may have really hurt their overall chances. I think there's been a lockup. Let's see what happened there. Now, just watch the Mercedes here. That lockup could have cost them dearly. And the team had such high hopes today. What a shame. There's been a crash. Here's the replay. Now look at this. It was the AlphaTauri driver involved. There's the crash. Up. We can take a look now. Now just take a look at the McLaren. And there's the lockup. It almost got away from them entirely. The team are really disappointed with that. Was that a lockup on the track?
Box.
box slash box.
They've gone wide! Let's have a look. Now let's watch this. The Alfa Romeo involved in this one. Oh dear, dear, dear. That's far wider than they would have wanted. A crash. Let's take a closer look. We're just watching the Red Bull. Clearly something went very, very wrong there. Looks like that was a position gained for Alfa Romeo. Let's see what happened there. Now let's watch this. The Alfa Romeo involved in this one. Goodness me, there they go, moving ahead of the other driver. I think it's safe to say that went down well with the team. Up and gone straight on. McLaren gain a position. Oh, big lock up there. Here's the replay. Now let's watch this. The Alfa Romeo involved in this one. Well, they've lost it. They've locked up. Sounds like someone's locked up. And McLaren with a great overtake.
This will be the last lap. Over the line.
Push. Over the line.
Alfa Romeo's driver had an okay time here this weekend. Not a bad run from Alfa Romeo this weekend, but before the next race, I think they'll want to take a good look at what they can improve.
Yes, there's no doubt that they have what it takes. I can't wait to see which direction they go in for the next race.
After an intense weekend, the team ends in first place in the constructor standings.
For the next Grand Prix, make sure you join us at the renowned city circuit of Monaco. Prepare yourselves for one of the most legendary rounds of the season.